eon2554, this one is for you. I will assume you are on Windows since you are just trying to learn Linux, so I will be showing this in Windows. I guess you already downloaded VirtualBox from their page, and since version 7.1 they changed their design of the web page as well as the program. Here I will be using version 7.0.10 just because I don't like the new interface and I don't want to reinstall everything on my Windows. So here you download your VirtualBox. But thing that you have to download also is VirtualBox extension pack. Just click here and it will automatically download. You install your VirtualBox file with next. I won't install it since it's already installed on my computer. But the extension pack you have to install from VirtualBox itself. So you go to Tools, Extension, and click on this Install. Then choose the VirtualBox extension that is the same version as your VirtualBox installation and click Open. Then it will ask you if you want to install and you just click on Install, scroll down so you can agree to whatever they said here. And then you have your VirtualBox extension pack installed. And it is important that extension pack is the same version as your VirtualBox. Otherwise, VirtualBox will not let you install it. Now you can switch to Welcome, and here you can add a new machine. So this is how I create basically all my virtual machines. I give it a name. You can choose any name. This is the folder where the virtual machine will be installed. Then you choose an ISO image. I downloaded Endeavors because I cannot be bothered with basic Arch installation. It's just a waste of time for me. Then you choose Linux as your OS. Then you choose Arch Linux 64 bits. Next. I usually give 4 gigabytes of RAM to all my machines in the start, and if I need some more, I will give them more. But since I'm on Windows and I have only 8 gigabytes RAM in this machine, 4 is more than enough. And I put 2 CPUs and enable EFI. You can use this or not. I choose enable EFI just so it has partition like I would install it on a real computer. Then next, here you choose the size of the disk. I usually put this at 50 gigabytes because you will need it if you want to play around. Then click on Next and then click Finish, and then I go to Settings. On Advanced, I click on Bidirectional just so I can copy and paste from my clipboard and I can drag and drop files if I want to. I leave this as it is. Then go to the system. I remove the floppy because I don't need it. And I move hard disk up just in case you have a distribution that doesn't inject the ISO by default. So after installation, when you restart the virtual machine, it will boot automatically from hard disk. I don't touch anything here. On the display, you just put this to the maximum. And if you want to use Wayland, you should enable 3D acceleration. Wayland for me is still a little, well, not as smooth as X11, so I won't be enabling this. Under storage, I go to the disk and I put it as solid state drive. I don't know if this makes such a big difference, but I check it just in case. Audio I leave as it is. Network, I switch this to bridged adapter just so my computer can see my virtual machine and vice versa. Here I don't touch anything. USB, I put this to USB 3, but it doesn't really matter. Share folders, I don't touch for now. And user interface, I remove these checklines just so it's a cleaner interface. I do leave this bar because you will need it later. And then click OK, and then I click on Start. And then the installation of the Linux starts. I will leave out the installation because I'm sure you know how to do it. Now that you installed your system, what you want to do is go to Devices, Optical Drives, and if you still have an ISO image, you just click on Remove Disk from Virtual Drive. And then what you want to do is Insert Guest Addition CD image. Then you of course mount and open it, and if you are on KDE, it will open it in Dolphin, and guess what? You have terminal here. You don't have to remember the path to this folder, which is this one. So here you want to run VBox Linux additions, and the reason why why you want to run it from here and not from Arch package is so you know that you are on exact version as your VirtualBox. So what you do is just run this script as root, type in yes. And this will install the extension pack in your Linux distro, which should make it a better experience when you are working in your virtual machine, because you mentioned that your system is laggy and this could save your problem. So after this, you can just reboot the machine. And I just put Plasma on X11 because Wayland is still just a little laggy for me. You can put it full screen. Now, as you can see, there is no lag. You can just run it like it's bare-bone machine and I have no problems with it whatsoever. So I hope this helped you. Let me know in the comments. If it didn't, we can try something else. I restarted the machine and put the check mark for 3D acceleration. And as you can see, I logged into Wayland. And it's not that bad, but it's not that smooth as X11. I can see just a small mouse lag, but I think I could work with it. And if you are on version 7.1, the only difference is the interface. Here you have all in one page. So if you go to the settings of the virtual machine, the interface is a little different. They put everything on one page. I don't know why. For instance, if I click to user interface, I expect user interface to be here, but no, it's all the way down here. But pretty much everything else is the same. They added a couple of features, but that's it. And here I have pretty much the same settings as on my Windows, except in the new version, for some reason, I can't change boot order. I don't know why. And if for whatever reason you don't want to be on the latest version, you can always find previous version here. Click on 7 and here you can download it. For instance, 720, you can download, for instance, Windows hosts, and don't forget the extension pack. And that's all.